today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in 0-3 and in desperate. We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this 3rd down play? They'll look to throw again. And he wisely will throw that one away. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Third and 2, now Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. They'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are coming to the line here to begin their next drive. The Seahawks offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Flushed out right. He completes it to Ridley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Lawrence. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Fan. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. But to throw again is Lawrence. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. 35 yards. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Well, the turnover forces this defensive unit to scramble to get back out there, as now they get the unenviable task of defending a first-and-goal situation. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. They've got the ball in a great... now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator,
so this offense now on the edge of the red zone at the 20. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're...
So the situation, it's 3rd down in the 3rd quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still third down.
On third down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Eagles are going to get the football. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith. Quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
today. From Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Commanders.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get... Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. The Seahawks at 3-1 here through. The scoreboard says goose eggs right now, but we might be changing that momentarily. The offense with the football in the red zone. Lawrence on third down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team,
this defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this 3rd down play? Now Lawrence. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be running the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dent.
This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? Here's Lawrence to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Focus, defense, focus. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Throwing on third down, Smith. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they need it.
Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, a run with Gibson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop them right around the wall. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Geno Smith keeping it himself from a yard out. We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Back to the ground with Gibson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4, Smith. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown. Time winding down here in this first half as we get you back out to the action. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and an incompletion as a result.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Lawrence. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change.
So here's the situation. The football in the red zone for the offense. 2nd down and 1. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And Walker once more. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
This defense now trying desperately to hold on to this fourth quarter lead, but to do it, they've got to keep this offense out of the end zone. From the red zone now, Smith. Finding Knox there, complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Throwing now is Geno. And he'll just get rid of it.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this would have been intercepted if he could. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Touchdown and an extra point would tie this game late. What can this defense do now that their opponents are in the red zone? Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Geno. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. And time winding down here in this fourth quarter. This is a crucial spot. Let's see what the offense can do. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Running left is Walker. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Bass is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little. Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date.